These guys are laughing because I play so many air drums before the show starts. What is going on? You're listening to episode 238 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. Player 2, Nightcrawler. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? And it's Crawler coming at you.
Whoa! Whoa!
I brought you some energy because I'm tired of the mocking.
There was so much.
We had a fun week this week on Twitter.
There was so much energy in that. I don't even know what to do except for say, Player 3 tonight. Super Nintendad. What's up, my guy?
Hi.
There it is. There it is.
What's going on?
Hey, Super Nintendad, you're the host of a couple different podcasts, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us what they are?
The ones that are still going on, I got let's see. I forget the name of it. The Nintendo Entertainment Show.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Okay. All right.
And also the other one is Lawnmowers Are Us, and it's a podcast all about lawnmowers. We go through all the different lawnmowers and we see how well they cut the grass.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler, I think they all cut grass.
Yeah. They all do a pretty good job.
Now, is this kind of a retro lawnmower show, like before engines? Like you just kind of the push?
Oh yeah, push mowers. Yeah,
push blades.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Cool.
I'm about to start a podcast all about laundry
and chocolate milk.
And chocolate milk. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. He's drinking.
So
he took one drink of his chocolate milk tonight. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that music you just heard is from On Being Human. Check them out on Spotify and YouTube. Remember, this is an unofficial Nintendo podcast. And if you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, I've been listening to Snow Crash, which is kind of a very Ready Player One-esque. I recommend it. I've been enjoying it, especially if you are into pizza delivery, because that's like the main source of income in this world. So it's kind of cool. Snow Crash. audibletrial.com/NPC. The chair I'm sitting in from OPC, they got new models. They look fresh. They look clean. Head on over to n64josh.com/OPC to automatically save $10 at checkout. And of course, if you want to read my book, Another Castle, n64josh.com/Another Castle. Let's get on over to the announcements.
Hey, listen.
All right. So I think I was supposed to be announcing something about our Mario Kart tour or tournament. Totally spaced it. So next week, don't worry. We're going to get playing Mario Kart as a community once again. I can't wait. We had some good times. Quick announcement. I've had a few different people in the community check. Hell has not frozen over. And yes, I beat a game today. So, yeah. Link's Awakening, rolled credits. I almost shed a tear.
I think the best was when you beat Dungeon 7 and tried to go beat the game right away.
I was so sad about that egg not doing anything when I beat 7. I was really hoping. But, yeah, I'm going to be on a spoiler cast with Nintendo Guru at some point talking about that game. It was supposed to happen today, but there was a scheduling conflict. So be on the lookout for that. I got our Super Mario Kart scores. Guys, if you want to compete, get involved. I might even start throwing some of these up on n64josh.com because the competition is getting pretty fierce. And I have a feeling our old buddy Destinat used to be a co-host on this show. It's going to be giving everybody a run for their money. First up, I got to give at N Garnham. I think I said it right. His submission was good. He was at a minute 16. This is for Ghost Valley 1. 14-second lap. Okay? Not too shabby. He then messaged me later and said, "Hey, I realized there's super starts in this game. So I'm going to shave some time off of this." I was like, "Hey, there you go. Attaboy. So I didn't see another he didn't get back to me though. Destinat, however, coming in the top spot this week, a minute 9 seconds. A minute 9. He's playing with Donkey Kong Jr. And his fastest lap was 1351. Okay, so he knows what's up. How long is he going to be the champ? Can anyone dethrone him? All you got to do is tweet at me your score. Snap a picture on your Switch if you don't have the Switch and you're playing on your SNES Classic, or you're busting out the Super Nintendo and hooking it up to a CRT, whatever. Take a picture, send it on over. Tweet at me at N64Josh and use the hashtag N64Josh. Okay, just do both. That way, I'm guaranteed to see it. Okay, so it's pretty fun. I like playing these old games. I'm gonna get on the next one. I had to beat Link's Awakening. I was going hard. So, with that, you guys came through big this week. We had so many submissions of everybody saying "Crawler coming at ya," and some of them I just would like crack up at work. I started showing people at work. It was pretty funny. So, Crawler's gonna pick his winner. Let us know, who is it?
So I pulled them up today because I had a good time this week looking at all of them. I think we got a few honorable mentions here. Plumber was the first one during the show last week. It was pretty funny. He found a nice sloth gif and put it together really slow. Me just Crawler coming at you. So that's my honorable mention here. But I'm gonna give it to Grizz with the effects and production value with the poof. That's what we're gonna go with is Grizz. The poof. Yeah.
All right, cool. Grizz, make sure to get a hold of us. We'll get a hold of you. We know where you're at. So we'll make sure to get you that copy of Link's Awakening. Thank you to everybody who participated. It was a ton of fun, and I think we're gonna have to do something like that for maybe for Luigi's Mansion. Maybe a copy of Luigi's Mansion. So we'll talk.
Maybe your best Mario call out.
Oh yeah, something like that. We'll talk. We'll talk. We'll maybe we'll do a Luigi. Maybe we'll make it a little spooky. Like, give us your best scared Luigi. So what? Wow. Right. So.
Mario.
There's Grizz. Grizz is like, no way. You won, buddy. You won. As far as any other announcements, guys, I'm back on Twitch. I'm streaming quite a bit. Come hang out. Love to see you. Help me get those numbers up. Still going strong. Trying to get partner. All right. Tell all your friends. Come hang out. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Twitch.tv/N64Josh. I love to see you there. And yeah, we're gonna play some Overwatch very soon, and some Killer Queen Black. It's gonna be good. A lot of yeah, of course Mario Kart 8 because I can't stop, won't stop. All right, all right. With that, where do we go next, Crawler? Just to the news?
Do we want to talk about Mario Kart Tour first, or do we want to let's save that for the end, going into the talking point? I think.
Yeah, let's save the salt for.
Let's do news.
Let's save the salt for the end. Here's the news. Let's get there. All right, Carla coming at you with the news. Take it away.
All right. Well, I think this was yesterday, sometime during the day. Mario Maker 2 update 1.1.0 brings the long-promised play with your friends feature. So I know a lot of people were blowing up Discord talking about it. I haven't had a chance to hop in yet. Destiny came out yesterday, so I was playing that when I got home from work. But yeah, apparently it's there. It should work. Chris, you're the player of everything. Have you had a chance to play it yet?
I did not get to play it yet. I updated it, but I haven't played it yet.
I was say I was playing Destiny, and while I was waiting for load times, I pulled my Switch out and updated it, and I was also prompted. There is also 9.1 for the firmware, which I think just mainly fixes you being prompted to take off your Joy-Con on your Switch Lite. So that was a funny snafu that they had in the firmware, so they had to update that so you don't try to rip off your Joy-Con.
They also removed the color feature, like, so you can't tell which color Joy-Con snaps onto your Switch during this update.
They don't. I think for the newest update, it doesn't show you the color anymore. But that could have just been something that they did by
There's
mistake.
gonna be riots. There will be.
It knew what you had on your Switch.
It still does. It just doesn't show you the color when it clicks. Just a little click. Right. So
Yeah.
there you go.
I mean, it even knows what color Switch Lite you have. So.
Oh, fancy.
Oh,
So
and
okay.
I wasn't really listening. Sorry, but Carla, did you talk about Mario Maker 2 update? How it has in handheld mode?
I have not. I haven't actually looked.
You
a
can
whole lot into it
use.
Tell us.
You can use the touch screen and controls at the same time. So
That's right.
like, if you can do it that way,
It's the way it should be.
because I know some people wanted to be able to do both.
Yeah. Lots of good stuff. I've seen a handful of the Mario Maker streamers talking about playing with friends and having everybody in the stream and just laughing and having a really good time. They're really enjoying it. So it's going to be something. I actually, I may have something up my sleeve, a little Mario Maker. So just keep that in the back of your mind. And,
Yeah, Mr. Cora Luigi was sure to tag me. He's like, now we can do the tournaments how Crawler wanted to do them originally, which is put everybody in a race and let them go. I think that's more fun.
Let them go. There you go. It'd be fun to stream too. So, yeah. So, this is a little bit like I'm a little bit behind the times, but I finally did. I don't know if I played as Banjo, but I at least saw him, and so I saw Banjo.
I did see you have been playing. Yeah, you have been playing Smash.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that.
Yeah, been playing some Smash. It's been fun. Episode 235, Andy was on, and I was on his stream the other day playing Dr. Kid Drugs, I think is his Twitch, and we were playing some Smash. So it was a good time. It was cool. It was a lot of fun. So we got Brain Age making its way on over to the Switch. Super Nintendo Dad, what do you know about Brain Age on the Switch?
Well, Brain Age on the Switch, every video, their webpage, they got a trailer plus an overview video, and none of them show the Switch Lite because they use the IR sensor in the right Joy-Con. So basically, there's a bunch of the games from the older Brain Age games. Like they got Sudoku, they got Dr. Mario, they got the different math ones where you're writing down. Plus, there's two different versions. So there's a digital version, which is like 24,000 yen, which is like basically $25. And then they got a $35 physical version, which comes with the Nintendo stylus. And they're both coming December 27th in Japan. But they haven't been announced outside of Japan yet. And the Brain Age is also the first game for the Nintendo Switch to make it so you can have like appointments and the notification sensor circle around the home button. It'll
light up.
It'll light up and vibrate, except for the Switch Lite, but it'll light up and vibrate and let you know, like, oh, hey, you're supposed to get on and
work your brain out.
Work your brain out that day.
So, is the game playable on Lite then?
It is playable, but
minus that one mode, or you have to get a Joy-Con.
You would just connect the Joy-Con to it, yeah, but just it would look kind of clumsy because they would have to put it on like a stand or something, and then the stand would be sold separately or whatever. But so
it already is for $20.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So you can use it. It's just a matter of none of the trailers or anything show it. And one mode, most of the game modes, except for the IR sensor and the multiplayer, it's like Tate mode, so you can use the flip grip and then just have the flip grip and then use the stylus to either do Sudoku or the math problems.
Yeah, I think in the video, weren't they holding it just like a giant phone and writing with the stylus?
Right, with the Joy-Cons on, which looked kind of
awkward.
Funky. Yeah.
Interesting. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
So I played a lot of Brain Age
the end of the year. Yeah.
In Japan.
In Japan so far.
Hopefully we should hear something soon then.
I forget the original Brain Age. Did they have the mic? They used the mic, like you could say your answer. Or was that Big Brain Academy?
I don't remember talking into it with Brain Age.
Yeah. I remember wasn't it like the 6 and the 9 they had problems with?
Could be.
But yeah.
The Brain Age I have for DS just says touch. I don't think it says anything about mic.
Yeah. I couldn't remember.
Jay Harley says DS Lite did, so I don't know. I know it had a mic. I'm not sure if it used it in that game. That's all.
Yeah, I just don't know if it was utilized.
Yeah. Nothing. The best use of the microphone on the DS was Ace Attorney. Objection.
Which that is that feature? I have the trilogy on. Is that feature in the trilogy on Switch? There's no mic, I guess.
There's
so
no microphone.
There's no mic. No.
yeah.
You have to plug your Astros in, and then.
Or get retrofit Wii Speak or whatever.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Guys, we have the Nintendo Switch online app. We can just use that.
Turn
Okay.
your
Yell at
phone
your
on. Yell at your phone while you're holding your Switch. You'll be set.
Yeah.
You'll be set.
Yeah.
Alright.
But hey, now if there's an official stylus, it's only a matter of time before we get like Nintendogs and the Art Academy games.
Well, I mean, did they miss an opportunity putting out the stylus for Mario Maker? I mean,
yeah.
Well, they put it out everywhere, but here.
everywhere but here. Yeah. It's probably is the exact same stylus. They just have leftover parts from that European special edition.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
just took the Mario Maker wrapper off
the
and
wrapper
said,
off.
you know what? Here you go. Aid your brain.
Oh my gosh! So that official stylus is coming out the 12/27, $9.
So about the stylus, like by itself, I think it was put up on their website and then quickly taken down. But it's shown off in the video. So, but Chris, you said you found some more stuff saying it is coming out because the game has been confirmed for 12/27.
Yeah, the second overview trailer shows that you get the physical version with the stylus on 12/27 for $10 more.
$10 more. Okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
Cool.
Mhm.
Right on. My friend Pedro getting a free update soon. What do you got, Crawler? Anything?
So there's a link to this article that has a breakout of the tweet from the developers, and it shows off a shorter version of Pedro's the banana, right? Pedro's not you.
right. Yeah,
Yeah. so I don't
Pedro's
know-
your friend, the banana.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know what your character's name is, but you're a shorter character, and you have like GoldenEye big head mode on, or like NBA Jam big head mode on, and I think how this article was titled was like insane mode. So I don't know if it's just going to be obviously easier to get shot in the head, but you're a little bit shorter, so you guess you have that advantage there. But they didn't put out a whole lot of details on it, but it should be coming out sometime soon. And I think it was noted that it is going to be free.
Right on. 8BitDo announced a new controller modeled after the Lite. Chris, you got the Lite? Do these pique your interest at all?
No.
They're awkward looking a little bit.
Yeah, because they're like just two D-pads. It's like, or is it like 3 D-pads?
It's
17 D-pads.
kind of four D-pad. I mean, the face buttons count as the face buttons, but it's got
Right.
a traditional Nintendo D-pad, and then on the other side where it would be an offset joystick, instead it's another D-pad, and then below the left D-pad is the directional arrow buttons that are like on a Joy-Con,
Right.
and then above the right D-pad it's the face buttons, and it's all like in a square that's kind of, I think it's kind of small, but they're people online have been tweeting at 8BitDo to do a gray one, because they only have yellow and turquoise right now confirmed,
Right.
and so
Well, it's
they'll
probably
match
not
your
common.
Switch.
Yeah.
That's true. But I mean, it's the way it was chalked up on that I was seeing on Twitter was that it's a way to have guaranteed non-stick drift and a good D-pad. It'll be a D-pad that if you want to play Link's Awakening, since the official Super NES controllers won't play Link's Awakening or anything. I feel like that needs to get fixed in an update sometime in the future for Link's Awakening. But
Maybe they should work on the firmware first.
yeah.
Whew. Well, yeah, but no, but see, the thing is, I The thing I like about the Switch Lite is I can just get in bed and play it, or take it with me, throw it in my pocket, and then I don't have to have anything else with me. And then I got the Pro Controller for when I have my other Switch docked, and so I just don't really see myself.
Yeah, I feel like this just makes it awkward. You got to lay it down or find a stand, and
yeah,
it's just different.
Or just have someone hold it for me the whole time. Yeah, it would just be
a human easel.
Yeah. I'll be like, here, please hold this. Thank you. I'm going to play until the battery runs out. So, like, 3 hours.
Somebody on the bus could just hold it for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That'll work. That'll work.
Yeah.
Cuphead Turns 2, Celebrate the Game, is 20% off on all platforms until 10/6. If you have a Tesla, it's also available to play in your car.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know.
As long as it's parked. Yeah.
Chris, I'm gonna let you take this one. This is Overwatch and some interesting gyro controls.
Oh yeah. So you can either you can use the gyro controls with obviously the Pro Controller or the system in handheld mode, or even just if you detach the Joy-Cons, you can use like the old Wii pointer controls, like they did with like Resident Evil 4 and Metroid.
Red Steel, right?
Yeah, Red Steel. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the producer it was like an interview on Fuchs. They even said the producer said that one of the people on their team he put in pointer controls because that's something the kind of controls he really liked on the Wii, and so he really liked it, so he added it, and he's really good with it, and he like dominates using the pointer controls. So yeah, there's a lot of different options for playing Overwatch.
I just remember that was so exhausting playing Red Steel that way.
Yeah,
trying to stream Metroid Prime or like Skyward Sword, and you're trying not to smack your desk and stay with like close enough to the bar. Like, oh my gosh, it was the worst.
Right? Yeah.
So, a couple things with Overwatch coming out the 15th, I believe. Is that the date? Does anybody remember?
October 15th.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, right now, I believe if you pre-purchase it, you get like you get a skin for what?
Widowmaker.
Yeah. Don't call her Black Widow and then put out a video, because every comment on said video about Overwatch and the Elite controller, every comment is, her name is not Black Widow, right? I'm like, I just watched the Avengers. Leave me alone. What do you want?
You want to talk about comments on a video? I posted this video about Dead by Daylight, and it was the first time I ever played it, and I didn't know that the left shoulder button was the run button. So I'm sitting there just walking away from the killer the whole time. And there's like 150 comments all about how to run.
How to run.
About running. Like they were like, this is painful to watch. Why won't you run? He just doesn't even run. They were like, it was a very intense scene of you walking away from the killer. It was just, it was good. It was good fun. So make sure, try and run, and don't call Black Widow. Oh gosh, Widowmaker, Black Widow.
We're getting tweets. I can already hear it.
Yep, there they are. Super Nintendo Dad. Go ahead and just.
Yeah. So I can tell you this. I think I have a pretty good feeling Overwatch is going to be pretty well received within our little community here. So make sure you're in the Discord if you're picking the game up, and I don't know if we have do we already have a server for Overwatch? I don't know if we do, but we will after this show. And, take advantage of the voice in the Discord so you can be playing as a team, if you're wanting to go for your, play some ranked matches or whatever, or just get an entire, get 2 full teams into the chat and just, it's kind of like back in the day, the LAN parties on Halo, you just get everybody in the same room and kind of just talk trash the whole time. It's a lot of fun. So,
yeah. And I think it uses the in-game chat, just like Fortnite and
So just plug directly in and you'll be good.
Yeah.
Don't
Or
do that
just get
if you
on the
want to play
Discord.
on stream with me, because I will mute you in the game.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, but like you were saying, if you pre-order it on the eShop, it's $39.99, and you get a and you get a 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online when you get it too.
Oh,
and the same thing with the physical version. If you buy the physical version, which is just a code, it's not the cartridge unless you buy the Japanese version, but that's a whole nother thing. But if you get it in the physical version, it comes with a code and 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online. October 15th.
I think Crawler's talking, but his mic is muted.
Oh,
I am muted.
There he goes.
Yes.
yeah.
Play Asia is where you can get that physical one probably. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes me sad that we are getting a code. Why even waste the plastic? But whatever.
Yeah.
well, same reason why Fortnite does it. Get those grandmas to buy games for their kids.
I guess.
Mhm.
Same with Wolfenstein. But don't let your grandma buy you Wolfenstein, okay? That's not
Yeah.
it's not okay. That's
Buy
not,
your grandma Wolfenstein instead.
don't, no.
Beat her to it. beat her to the punch.
Killing
not.
Nazis.
Do not. That opening of Wolfenstein 2 is like,
It's oh yeah, it was you tried streaming it or you did stream it and it was your eyes were about that wide the entire time.
what? It was nightmare fuel.
Mm.
But fun game though. Fun game.
N64 grandma coming at you.
All right. Hey, there was one other piece of news that we don't have in the notes, but Super Nintendo came into my chat today and was like, hey, Game Informer asked Game Freak 101 questions. Go.
Yes.
What was the most interesting thing from that article?
Oh, well, the one for me was the fact that they were looking into making a Virtual Boy game, but by the time they looked into it, it was too late because then the Virtual Boy died. But they were looking into making a Virtual Boy game, which would have been cool. Could have been. Well, I mean, it was a Virtual Boy.
Aren't there like under 30 titles for the Virtual Boy?
Yeah, there's not that many. But you know, I mean, not everything could be Waterworld, you know.
Poor Gunpei Yokoi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh well. What's funny about some of you guys may know this, some of you may not. The funny thing with like the Virtual Boy and the Power Glove, they were good concepts, but then to get them affordable for retail, they had to make these like dumbed down versions. The original Power Glove, I think Gaming Historian has a video on it. Like, it's like it was pretty rad and it worked. But then when they're like, okay, but it needs to cost this. They were like, what? That's cute. This thing needs to cost like $400. They're like, the system doesn't cost that much. It ain't happening, right? So what we ended up getting was a piece of plastic that looks better as a prop now than an actual controller. So.
Yeah. Imagine if the Virtual Boy was in color.
I still see migraines
Headaches.
in color. That's all I see.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? Hey, let's get on over to our talking point.
Here we go!
So without me even seeing what the talking points were, this is the exact question I've had on my mind since the launch of Animal Crossing and Mario Kart Tour on mobile. But before we get to the salt, and I'm just going to warn you guys now because I know there's going to be some of you that are going to message me and say, we're so cynical and we hate Nintendo. We don't. Okay? We don't. We wouldn't be doing this.
I've played a lot of this games. I don't hate Nintendo.
Yeah. So we're going to try to keep it as positive as humanly possible during this little Salt Fest. Before we do, I want to hear a little bit more about the Switch Lite. So Super Nintendo, tell us all the things.
All the things.
Yeah.
Well, the Switch Lite, I've been playing it a lot, and I've had to charge it a couple of times. But yeah, it's really weird playing the Switch Lite and then going and thinking, you know what, I should probably dock it to charge it, but then remembering, no, I can just plug it in here, like in my plug next to my bed, and then keep playing. It was, yeah, it's really good, and I got a nice little case for it over there somewhere. You can't see it, but it's there. Trust me.
So have you made that your prime, like quote unquote primary Switch, and then your home one is the one that has to check into the internet to get stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. So I did that, and then I play. So then I can just play that one anywhere. The Switch Lite anywhere. Doesn't matter if I'm connected to the internet, and then the other one is always by the internet. So I just log into that and start playing. It's weird because if I'm playing a game on there, I can't play any game on my other Switch under Super Nintendo. I can still go to the eShop though on my docked Switch while playing the Switch Lite, which is weird, but I can't actually go and play any other game.
How does it feel in your hands? Are you needing to get a grip? Like Satisfy has a pretty killer like white grip for it already. I spent a lot of time playing Link's Awakening handheld. My Satisfy grip was on the for the majority of the time. Like I can see not having, especially a system that you're not gonna dock. The grip may be kind of a must. Are you getting any hand cramps? You playing any Fortnite with it that's giving you any hand cramps? Anything that's like shooters? It kind of depends on the games for me.
Yeah, I haven't had any hand cramps, but I've been mainly playing like I played some Tetris, Super Kirby Clash, great game. I want to try it. I've been playing a lot of like role playing games. I haven't really played Fortnite or the one thing I want to look forward to is trying and playing like for like an hour or two straight of like Overwatch using it. And seeing how that feels.
That's when you're going to want the Satisfy grip.
Yeah, I know. That's when I'll be like, you know what? I'm just going to sit down in my computer chair and play using the Pro Controller.
Yeah.
Have you been playing Dragon Quest 11 then?
Yeah. But yeah, I've been playing.
How's that looking?
11. Looks really good. I posted some pictures earlier of what it looks like docked and undocked. Yeah, I'm surprised that game looks as good as it does on the Switch, because I was really worried about it when like right at the launch of the Switch, because there was Dragon Quest Warriors 1 and 2, and that didn't perform very well on the Switch, but then they brought this out, and yeah, it is really good. I like my Switch Lite a lot. I like playing that in handheld mode a lot more than the OG Switch.
Is it a weight thing? It feels lighter in your hand, and that therefore it makes it more comfortable.
Yeah, it's a lot lighter, and basically it just feels like a longer PlayStation Vita. I liked the way the PlayStation Vita felt, but the one thing I didn't like was the back touch, because my fingers would always hit the back touch. I don't have to worry about that with this, and it's like longer too, so but not as long as the original Switch. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of the Switch Lite, and like I think if you're only going to play in handheld mode, and you're looking for like a cheaper entry, I would just get the Switch Lite over the original Switch.
Real quick, King Caramon says, it finally happened. I got a Switch. Hey, congratulations. Thanks for stopping by to let us know. It's awesome. It's awesome. Tell me about the D-pad a little bit. You liking the D-pad? You like the placement of the sticks, the way the triggers are? I mean, what, like, anything you kind of dislike?
Sometimes I'll push like right on the D-pad, and it just seems like it like goes like down and right, almost like the
Pro Controller.
Like I noticed it
like
more.
The Pro Controller. Yep.
Yeah, I noticed it more playing like Tetris than anything else, and that wasn't very good. But yeah, other than that, I liked it, but like I said, I've been playing a lot of role playing games. So like I'll start. I should be playing like Darksiders 2. I'll be playing some of that soon, and I'll be mainly playing it on the Switch Lite. So I'll see how that goes with like an action heavy game.
Does it seem like it would be a better system for a kid? Do your hands feel a little too big for it or anything, or does it feel like a pretty good fit?
Yeah. Well, I have pretty big hands, so not to brag, but but yeah. So it is it still feels comfortable. Like I've played it for like 2 or 3 hours, like while I was sitting at the computer doing some other work stuff, and then I was like, oh, this feels pretty good. I've been playing it, putting it down, picking it right back up, playing it some more, and I didn't feel like I had any hand cramps or anything.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm really liking it.
Awesome. Good to know.
Mhm.
Good to know. All right.
I think I'd like it a little more if I had like if it had like an Animal Crossing New Horizon look to it.
Coming soon,
yeah,
hopefully.
so-
Right.
Yeah, so when that special edition comes out, I'll just get that and then pawn this one off to one of my
Just-
children.
Fun.
If GameStop's still around, they'll probably pay you $150 for it.
Right? Yeah, I'm like, yep. I'll be like, oh, thank you.
I'm leaning towards, this is not on our notes, but I'm leaning towards Animal Crossing possibly getting 2 special editions, the OG and the Lite.
Yeah, I can
Switch.
see that.
Only
Mm.
because this has mainly been a handheld game for quite a while now. So that
Yeah.
makes me lean towards the Lite. But they have been pushing or showing the 8 players, right? And then you can have 4 players on one Switch, I think, at a time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's making me wonder if they're not going to have a system that is docked so that people can play with you that
Think
way.
how good those Joy-Cons are gonna look.
With the just like the DS, that the leaves and stuff painted all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be great. Be great.
I think there'll be one of each. I could see.
They might have a little island picture instead of a leaf or something like that. No,
Oh geez, what? But the problem is
palm tree.
they might have like one of each, but like one, like the Switch Lite or the original Switch might be like a GameStop exclusive.
Grasping at straws as the ship's going down.
Yeah, just get what you can. They stay afloat.
All right, our talking point. Does Nintendo's mobile division hurt the overall branding of the company? It's a great question, Crawler. I'm actually going to kick this off because it's a similar question I've had, and their mobile strategy has been so strange, and certain things have worked so well from a business side, and people don't seem to be too upset by their practices. And other games, it's like they are trying to nickel and dime the consumer, and people kind of don't want anything to do with it. I like Mario Kart Tour. I think I've played it like maybe 5 minutes. Like I played through 3 races, and I was like, "This. Why would I play this over 8? Why would I play this over 8?" Now, maybe I'm not the target audience here, right? Because I have a Switch, right? So this is giving people that are only playing on mobile that don't have a Switch, which is a lot of people, a chance to play some Mario Kart. I didn't love it. I thought it controlled okay, but
There's problems with the controls, but it is learnable to kind of make it work for you.
and maybe they update it to where you could turn the thing sideways and use 2 hands and make it play a little more like Mario Kart, or even give it controller support or something. You know, I highly doubt it, but one can hope. One can hope. Jay Harley in chat says I played the beta. It is not for me. It's not for me. So
There is a gyro option. I have not tried it. Chris, have you tried the gyro option?
I did, but it seemed like if I would just move it just a tiny bit, I'd still be moving too far.
Yeah, because it's gyro that has to stay in portrait mode, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
that's weird. That's weird. I haven't turned it on, but it doesn't really speak to me that way.
Yeah. I duct tape my phone to my Wii wheel, and it actually plays pretty well. No.
That's fun.
No. I tried all the different controls, like the one where you kind of like turn, even if you turn the auto like driving assist off, it still assists you some.
It does assist
So-
you. Yeah.
so
It
it's
lets you take the
less.
shortcuts or whatever. But
Right.
Shit,
Yeah.
Harley
Yeah.
says I'm using tilt controls. If you get that joke, please tweet at us. I'm using tilt controls. Please.
I'm using tilt
please.
controls.
So
I mean, so I've played a decent amount of it. Most of the tours or the cups I've fully completed. I mean, it's not based on if you win. You get more points if you win,
Mm-hmm.
but there's 5 stars to be had in each of the races. There's a special event at the end of each of the 3 races in a cup to give you an additional 3 stars. So there's a total of 18 stars to be had in each cup. It's not about if you win. It's about style. It's kind of more just style points, and mainly it's based on your character and your cart more so than anything. That your glider has a play in there, but it's not as important, I feel like, as your character specific to the level needs to be the highest. There's different characters that excel, quote unquote, on different courses where they get more items when you go through an item box. You have some characters that only get 1 item. Some like maybe 1 or 2 or possibly 3 characters will get 2 items, and then usually just 1 or 2 characters will be eligible for the 3 items. And the 3 item characters are the only ones that can get the frenzy, which gives you a star power and unlimited use of whatever item you happen to pull. So if you get 3 of the said item, you get a frenzy and you get star.
Shells.
Yeah, you get star power. I have gotten a blue shell one. That was crazy. Just hucking blue shells.
Right. Yeah. It's nuts.
But it's a gacha game. At its core, it's a gacha game.
Mhm.
I have been able to play this game without putting a dime into it. I did activate the subscription service today. It gives you 2 weeks free before you're charged. I had unlocked a good chunk of all the free boxes that you get when you unlock stars. So I had a bunch of free stuff to be gifted to me when I activated some of it. So some stuff is free, and then some stuff is behind the paywall of the subscription. And so I got all of that stuff that I had already previously unlocked that was behind the subscription service given to me today when I did that. I am most definitely canceling the subscription service because I don't need to pay $5 a month for Mario Kart Tour. It gives you access to 200cc, but I thought that was going to maybe give you more points when you were trying to do stuff, but it gives you the same amount for winning first as the 150cc. So there's no bonus that I saw for having that. I did get like Metal Mario and a gold cart and another legendary cart, and I mean, so there was some stuff that unlocked when I did it, and that should, I would think, stay on my like on my phone once I cancel this. But the game is playable by itself, but it is definitely noticeable that you either have to get very competent at your course and hope for some luck to get the 5 stars. There's some courses, like the New York course is specifically designed with 2 legendary characters that you have to pull to win it. It's Musician Mario and Paulina that you need to have to get those frenzy pulls, and you just can't rack up a high enough score on some of those New York courses. So it's, Chris, I'll let you talk about, I guess, your experience first before we get more into it.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure before they came up with the name Mario Kart Tour, they were originally gonna call it Luigi's Missing, because Luigi's not in the game. He's in the like the key art for the game when you load it up, the icon, but he's not in the game.
He's in his
maybe
mansion right now.
I imagine they'll like bring him out like closer to like Luigi's Mansion 3. They'll be like,
Yep.
oh look, Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out.
Luigi
Get
will
him
be
with his
playable.
Poltergust.
Guigi.
Yeah, Guigi.
Yeah.
Gotta get Guigi, but only if you have the
Only the subscription.
pass. Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez.
So I'll let you know how Guigi is. But yeah. So basically, I've been playing it, and I'm not a fan of it. Like the whole time I'm playing it, I just think, like, not only does it just not feel that good to control, but it definitely doesn't feel like a good Mario Kart game. They got the one new course, which I don't really like the intro, like when you first start the race, it looks really good. Like it's basically, you're basically in like Times Square, but then the race itself is just kind of weak, and just not a big fan. And I'm just kind of disappointed. I was hoping it would be better than it was, but yeah.
I think for me, the overall, just like thinking about these are some of Nintendo's best brands. Mario, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You had the Mario mobile game. It was actually a decent game. Still kind of a silly like, I don't know who's sitting there saying, let's make all these games one-handed phone games. Right? Like, I can see making that an option, but also give it the option to play like a normal game, especially the Mario game.
Well, as Bethesda calls it, office or meeting mode, right? You can fake that you're on your phone, because that's what
like in a meeting.
Yeah, what's Bethesda's game that they had come out on phone? It's
Scrolls.
Yeah, something like that.
Blades, is that coming out too?
Blades, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's the mindset behind it, that they just want. But phones are so big now. I mean, it's almost easier sometimes to turn it, and I feel like you'd be able to see more too.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, two of their most like treasured brands, right? Pokemon, right? Obviously, it's, I mean, it's not. It's still, Nintendo still got their fingers in it, right? Like, they still got their hands in it. So, that one's done well. I was playing it this weekend, right? A shout out to Lindsay Monster. I got that Yarn Yoshi. She hooked me up. We met for coffee. It was sweet. So, but I did my first raid in Pokemon Go. So there can be some fun had with some of these mobile games. Fire Emblem, I play it daily. I log in and get my orbs, right? I play the game very infrequently.
Yeah.
But some of their most treasured, like, I almost feel like, why are they doing this? Dragalia Lost comes out, and that plays like an actual game that you could, go and raid with your friends and things like this. And then I kind of knew what, like, the writing was kind of on the wall with Mario Kart. I kind of knew with Animal Crossing is what kind of tipped us all off, right? It was just like, wait a minute, this is like barely a game. And it's kind of expensive, and you got to put a lot of time into it if you want to keep it going. And the thing that I saw, the tweet I saw, or I don't remember, maybe it's one of you guys in here, I don't remember, was Apple Arcade is $5 a month.
Yep. For
a massive amount, like for a decent amount of games.
Some of those games are even available on Switch, like that are on your phone. So.
And they're like $20 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so here you have a single game with Mario Kart being $5 a month. And the thing about it is it just doesn't feel like it's at Nintendo's quality of overall. It doesn't feel, I mean, back on the iPhone, like original iPhone, there was a gyro controlled Crash Bandicoot, like Crash Team Racing. And it's no longer on the App Store. You can't find it. I've looked, but it was gyro controls. You just used that to steer, and you had your thumb on the screen for the gas. not the best way to play, but still, at least it felt like you were the one in control of the of the cart versus just having it auto drive for you while you
there's no break. I was playing today and a blue shell came and I was in second place and I was like, oh, I want to slow down, so I make sure I avoid that, and I did avoid it, but I had to like really steer away from it because there's no slowing down to wait for the blue shell to hit the person in front of you. And so, I mean, it's an auto driver. But so we've touched on the season, the monthly subscription service, which was kind of unknown going into this. I think we all anticipated the whole currency that was going to come with a mobile free-to-play game, and that currency in this game is are they rubies? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, rubies.
Yeah, which doesn't fit in the Mario universe as well. I watched a breakdown video of kind of all Nintendo's mobile stuff on somebody's YouTube page either last night or 2 nights ago, and it was kind of interesting. They were like, why are they not stars? Or you do have coins that you collect, but they kind of missed not like they could have even done like star bits from Galaxy or something within universe. But so they're rubies
or gas.
5 rubies to pull a character, a glider, a cart, possibly, and it's not a guarantee. It's per the rules of the App Store and mobile gaming laws or whatever, the percentages are posted in the app that you can see. Some of the percentages are crazy low for featured characters that are like pull the pipe to get this character. It's like 1% for Musician Mario. It's like 1% for Pauline.
Mario, isn't it?
Yeah, regular Mario costs you $20. You can just buy them outright. I bought them today, I think, for 3,000 coins.
Yeah.
But and that was in the shop. But it's a very bad gacha game. And then on top of that, the predatory nature of it all, they will not sell you just 5 rubies. You have to buy they sell you 3 for $2 or 10 for $6 or something like that. So it's that whole gacha mechanic inside the gacha mechanic, where if you want to just do the one pull, you can't buy just the one pull. You got to buy 2 3 pulls for 3 rubies for $4, or you can go 10 and have to pull twice. And so with getting the subscription and kind of accruing rubies and stuff that I had done playing the game, I had an opportunity today they have a single pull for 5 rubies or 10 for 45, and I had enough for 2 10 pulls today, and I did it, and I got 3 new things. Everything else out of the 17 other items were something I already had, and it combines your multiples and ranks them up. I don't know what it does ranking them up. It supposedly makes them better, more points or something like that, but it's not good. And it's definitely just predatory mobile practices, which I feel like when Nintendo entered this realm, originally it was Mario Run, and that was a game. It was free to start, $10 to continue. I balked at that $10 originally. I think I got it when it went on 50% off or something. I got it for $5. I did pay my money, and it's there, and it's on my phone, and it's able to be played, and there's no other interactions that I have to do with the game. And it's an ambassador for your main franchises, which Josh, you mentioned and talked about. And I think that potentially they're souring the grapes when it comes to advertising their brands and getting people aware of what they could have on console. I don't know.
You're absolutely right. It's they have a game creation Bible that's like gameplay comes in first, gameplay is first, things like that. These aren't that fun. That's the problem. Pokemon Go, at least you could have some fun with that game. You still can have some fun with that game. Like, they kind of cracked the code with that one. Now, part of it is due to just the nature of Pokemon, right? And when they're trying to kind of shoehorn some of these other, Animal Crossing could have been a micro version of Animal Crossing, like just a campsite, even that we got to, level things up. But instead, they give these multiple locations that there's no like. They took away all the fun things with Animal Crossing and just made it this game where you just go and collect stuff. You just go and collect and then like just the fetch quests is all it is. It was just that over and over again, and because of that, like I'm like, this isn't what Animal Crossing is about. Animal Crossing is about that collecting aspect of it. What's new in my store today? Why do I have a reason to go back? Is there a bunch of different fish for me to catch? No. There's not. There's like 3 different fish. There's like
well,
the
they had
same
like that
fruit.
event for you that got you back playing it, which when it was what was that link?
The Mario hat, right? The Mushroom Kingdom stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the cheaps or whatever were the fish you were catching.
Well, and then like Pokemon Go and Fire Emblem Heroes, both of those I think have a really. Fire Emblem Heroes makes money hand over fist for Nintendo. Like that is their, I think, by and large, most successful mobile game that they have. I think the buy-in in Japan is surprisingly high for what it like. Lots of people play it there, but they also in both Niantic's Pokemon Go and then Fire Emblem Heroes, there's I think clear-cut ways to earn their currency that is it's not multiple currencies and not this extra thing that to tack on top of it. If you control a gym, you come away with 50 coins or something like that, which then can be turned around
10 hours.
Yeah. So there's a way to take said skill in game or whatever, and or time and devotion of walking around grabbing Pokestops to earn their currency in game. And then there's so many free pulls that they give in Fire Emblem Heroes that for someone that's not super vested in it can play and have mild enjoyment with it. And if you find something that you're really trying to pull, and then the gacha mechanic might get you, and they might get a little bit out of you, but they're giving you enough pulls on like anything new that they put in that redeem section on Fire Emblem Heroes. They're giving you a couple pulls usually to try to get stuff. So it's more clear cut, and I feel like fairer to the consumer to have a chance to. I guess this game lets you play for free, I guess, and it doesn't stop you from playing. It doesn't do the Candy Crush. You've been playing too much. You need to pay us more money to play, or just stop playing. That is nice about that. But the fact that it is straight up pay to win and advance your progression in it is kind of not nice, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's sad to see. It's a little bit sad for me to see that these brands are kind of getting tarnished by mobile when a company that is creative as Nintendo is, has been in the game for as long as they have. To see that happening, it makes me scratch my head, because who's making these decisions and not like somebody's going against their core values here, because solid gameplay and stuff is number one. And I realize it's mobile. Mobile can still be done correctly. I mean, do a Mario RPG again, something like that. That's easy to control with one hand, right? And you're still getting Mario out there. Like, I don't know. Maybe Mario Kart wasn't the best choice.
Just roll the development costs of these games into advertising budget for the bigger game, and then do a tie-in event, because we know that near-field technology exists with these devices. Buy a Switch and scan your thing, and you get something in game. So it's just use it as advertising versus this just investor cash cow that they see, and I feel like it ultimately just damages the brand.
Yeah.
Chris,
Also,
what were you gonna say?
think I was gonna when the next Mario Kart comes out on the Switch or the Switch U, whatever it is, I don't think people are gonna be like, oh, that Mario Kart on the phone was bad, so I'm not gonna get that new Mario Kart game. I do think like the next mobile game that comes out, people are gonna be like, oh, I don't know. Remember that Mario Kart game? That was junk. I'm not gonna get that. What I would have done, there was a Street Pass game called Slot Racers, and it was like these little RC cars that were just on this track, and like you would meet up. You would get your street passes, and then you could get parts for your car, and then you could race them against other people. You could race against other people's cars. So basically, they should have had something sort of like Street Pass on Mario Kart and made it so when you walk past people, you would be getting different chances to get different cart parts, and then it could be like a slot race car, and that probably would have been more enjoyable than something like this.
Well, and that adds in the social aspect that made Pokemon Go so successful.
Right, yeah, because then it would get more people talking. Because like this past weekend, a bunch of my family was over, so 2 of my nieces were playing Mario Kart, and they're like, "Oh man!" I was like, "Oh hey, you got Mario Kart?" And they're like, "Yeah, but it's not as good as Mario Kart on the Switch." And I'm like, "Yeah, but do you like it?" She's like, "I'm probably not going to play it after this weekend." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So, yeah, they didn't really like it. I mean, I think it was 90 million downloads, and it made about 12 million so far in revenue from people.
And I think in the grand scheme of things, that's viewed as the downloads is good, but the money is viewed as unsuccessful in the eyes of the investors.
Yeah, because 90 million people, and they should be, like Pokemon Go. Like the first summer that it was out, I played it so much that I didn't mind like spending money in the game. I remember I got whatever it was, the currency that you could get, and I did it because I was playing it every single day, and I was out walking and doing things. So if you could do the same thing with like Mario Kart, if they made it like Pokemon Go, and instead of going to a raid, you would go to a cup, and then everyone's just sitting there trying to race against each other and do things and make it more of a experience. Because Mario Kart, everyone knows Mario Kart. I mean, it's the best selling game on the Switch right now. Yeah, and geez,
yeah. Well, I mean, multiplayer's incoming, so maybe they'll use your idea, Chris, and they'll put some cups out in the world at Pokestops, and you can.
Yeah, maybe. Or they'll just leave it the same, and then just, you know what, they'll just change it with the next game that comes out.
Yep.
Yeah. When they make they inevitably make the one-fingered Legend of Zelda game, they should make it like Hitman Go or Tomb Raider Go or Lara Croft Go.
Yeah, and those games got praise from people. So I haven't played them, but I know that they were well received.
Yeah, they're almost like dioramas, and then it's like, oh, they're like puzzle based games, and yeah, they should do something. Because I don't know how else they're gonna do Legend of Zelda. I mean, maybe they'll do like some sort of Four Swords thing, but they're gonna want to do it with the being able to play it with the one finger.
Destinaut says I've got one finger for their Zelda game. No, and I mean, I don't know the logistics here. I don't know if it would undermine or undercut what they're trying to do with the Switch sales. But I mean, what if some of these games that were coming to mobile, Nintendo sold controller attachments that allowed you to play your phone, similar to the Switch, and then these games are coming to Switch, they're coming to mobile, they're coming to Switch Lite. You know, I don't know, but you'll be talking about developing something. They'd force the consumer to buy the controller. That would probably hack off a lot of people. So I don't know that it would be the best idea. But
iOS supports controllers now.
Yeah, there you go. Get your 8-bit DOS out and start playing it.
Those don't work yet. They're working on it
soon. PS4 controller does, I think.
Yeah, and the newer Xbox ones. And The Switch one might work. I don't know. I haven't tried it,
Yeah,
but
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, they don't advertise it.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. All right, Crawler, where can people find you? Coming at them.
coming at you in the Discord. Come hang out there.
Coming at you, more like crawling at you. Am I right?
Oh boy. N64josh.com/Discord. And then I'm playing lots of Destiny right now. So if you're on Xbox or PC, hit me up and we'll play a little bit. I have it on both. Nightcrawler724 without the E on Twitter and Twitch.
Super Nintendo, where can we find you?
You can find me over at Twitter at Super Nintendo, and you can listen to my newest podcast, Is My Refrigerator Plugged In? Episode 1 coming soon. Yeah, that's about it.
Is your refrigerator? Are you playing Cuphead on your fridge?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I pull the Tesla in, and then I plug it in where the fridge is, and play it there.
Yeah.
Well, Skyrim's on your fridge, right?
Yeah, that's true. I played it on Alexa as well.
Wow. Wow. Guys, you can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all the places at N64Josh. I'd love to hang out with you. Remember, we got the Discord Crawler just mentioned. N64josh.com/Discord. Come hang out. Lots of good people to play games with. If you're looking forward to Overwatch or Killer Queen Black, these are games that we are going to be investing quite a bit of time in as a community. So it could be a really good time. So if you don't have people to game with, come and hang out. Come hang out. That's the big reason we do the Discord, is to find people to play some games with, and we have a good time doing it. Lots of laughs. It's a good time. It's a good time. So the show notes for this episode available at n64josh.com/NPC238. If you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, head on over to audibletrial.com/NPC. I've been listening to Snow Crash. I've been enjoying it too. You can check that out. The chair I'm sitting in from OPC. Go to n64josh.com/OPC to automatically save $10 at checkout. I do have a Patreon if you would like to help support the content that I create. As of right now, I am creating no exclusive content over there. So if you just want to help support the content, patreon.com/N64Josh. There you go. Thank you guys so much for listening. Chris, thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Crawler, coming at us once again. Thanks for picking the winner. It was good times. We appreciate you guys listening, being here live. Thank you so much. You guys are the best, and we'll see you very soon. Bye now.
Get your grandma Wolfenstein.
Do not buy your grandma Wolfenstein. We're still recording. Buy your grandma Wolfenstein?